Hello! So I wanted to give you a little bit of information tonight on how to update your makeup. I'm a professional hairstylist and makeup artist, and I get lots of questions all the time about skincare and makeup and all of that kind of stuff. And one of my girls, she's the mother of grown daughters and has a grandchild. So she said to me the other day, I've been meaning to ask you, what is bronzer? And I was like, what? She was like, is that the new like blush? And I'm like, well, kind of. She's like, you need to tell me how to use that and what else do I need to do to make myself, because they don't make my blush anymore. So some of the things that have changed. Your lips. It's not a heavy lipstick anymore. It's a gloss, usually that has plumping agents in it, and it just makes it look a little more moisturized and soft, easy to apply. Anyone can wear it. It doesn't matter how old you are. These are going to be age blind. You can wear these, any beginner makeup, any lady who's done things the same way for 100 years, anyone who's just trying to play around with product and see what they want to do. All right, so foundation, you've always used a powder, or you've used a heavy foundation, or you've used a liquid that you've shaken it onto your finger and dabbed it on and rubbed it in. The biggest change for you is going to be a brush. You apply liquid foundation with a brush. Doesn't even make sense, right? Okay, so that's your first thing. The other thing is the type of foundation. Try a mousse, try a cream, try a liquid to powder. Like, they have a million different kinds of foundation now. So this is the Revlon Airbrush, Photo Ready Airbrush. It's like a mousse. So when you're using a brush, it's best to kind of put it on your hand and like tap it in to where you're going to apply it, and then you buff it. It's a buffing motion. This is the most modern way to apply foundation. It gives you that airbrush finish, even if you're not using the airbrush kind of foundation. And it's so fast, and it's designed to give you that flawless finish without looking like a heavy, cakey, full-on, flat face look. And I love a routine. Like, I love my products that I adore, and I will always use them. But the trick is to add the new things that complement your look and your style and your lifestyle, and stay up to date with all of the trends. So see how that just evens out your skin tone. It gives you a great finish, and you can go with or without a finishing powder, which brings me to my next segment, is the types of finishing powders. You can have a mineral powder, you can have a pressed powder, you can have a loose setting powder. All of those things are kind of the same. However, next you're going to add a highlighting powder, which has a subtle sheen to it. It's not glitter, it's not, too shiny, but this is how you highlight, with either a cream or a powder product, just a little bit on your high points. What you want to do, it's very different than it used to be with makeup. You want to create a third dimension. So you're going to tap lighter colors and finishes onto your high points. Your cheekbones. Like Miss Cheryl said to me, it looks like your cheekbones have been lifted into your face. And it's just because of highlighting, contouring, and adding that third dimension with makeup. So then, like under my eyebrows, we want to lift those up. Cupid's bow, nose, right here, right here. So that's just a natural highlight. Bronzer, you can use it two ways. You can contour your cheekbones and chisel your face. You can also use it to give an all-over warmth. I'm going to give an all-over warmth and contouring just to show you what you can do. Something like this is great for all-over warmth. It's a light golden bronze color. Basically, you would say it's brown blush, but it's not. It has just a little bit of sheen to it. Pat just a little bit onto your supersized fluffy brush. You want to take that around the perimeter of your face. kind of over your midsection here of your cheeks. See how it just kind of warms things up. And again, it's all about creating definition and shape and a softness, like a glow. So that's just a little hint of shimmer and warmth. I love bronzer. I never used to use it, but you just kind of roll with it. Now to add a little contour and definition, I'm going to take, no, that's not the one. This kind of a brush or a thin narrow brush. There are a million different ways. I have foundation all over myself. And for contouring, you can use products specifically designed to sculpt your face. This is from MAC. This is a natural sculpting powder. It's matte finish. There's no shine, there's no shimmer. It's just a medium tone. You just want it a little bit darker than your skin tone for a super natural finish. Or if you want to go a little more glamorous, I have my Hot Jersey palette. In this, it has several different bronzers. This one's gone, this one's medium and warm, and this one is more matte and dark. And that's the one I'm going to take. Just tap it in. Go to my cheekbones here. I'm going to go to that hollow. From that top of your ear, kind of down to your lip, but don't go all the way down because you'll look ridiculous. Just gently sweep that in and kind of rub it up and down there to kind of blend it because you don't want a harsh line. Do you see what a difference that makes in your face shape? And always a gentle touch. You don't want to go because it used to be that hot pink, like straight line in your cheekbone. You're kind of following that angle for your guide, but it's a very different application and it's a very different product. And just kind of smudge that right in there. And really brushes, you can buy super cheap brushes at the dollar store that work really well. You can spend a lot of money, like my foundation brush is Sigma. It was a little more pricey. You get what you pay for. Again, you want to add darkness to wherever you want to recede from view. The other thing is concealers. Concealing your under eye circles used to be a huge hassle. You would basically use that light creamy stick from CoverGirl that would go so you'd have like this light half moon under your eyes. And now you have things that are photo ready. It's a creamier, softer concealer. You have these liquid pots. You want something that's not that much lighter necessarily unless you're trying to brighten. And then you want something with a little coral peachy tone to go the opposite of that bluish dark circle. So this is that. The other thing is you're going to use a soft brush, Real Techniques or Sigma. This is a precision brush. And you just kind of buff it in. It's not like rubbing, it's like, I don't know, you just put it down and you just kind of move it around and fill that all in. And then up into your eyelid. Do you see the difference? It's amazing. So on this side I'm going to use more of like this. The technology is so different with products and the application is just incredibly luxurious. And it just finishes everything so nicely. That's a little bit lighter color, so it brightens a little bit and adds more dimension and highlight. This corrects and conceals imperfections a little bit better, but either way, just blend everything in and it just looks fabulous. So you don't want to forget your blush or your eyebrows or your lashes and all of that stuff. As we get older, we lose definition, we lose pigment, everything just kind of fades away. We just want to enhance everything a little bit. This is a new product. It is more like a felt tip pen, felt tip marker. This is Revlon Colorstay eyeliner. So basically, it is like a mini Sharpie. And you just want to draw along. You may be using liquid, you may be using pencil. This is a newer kind of thing. Just place it against your lash line. The key is you just want a nice smooth line so it can enhance the thickness of your lashes and just give you a more wide, bright-eyed kind of effect. So there's that. A little flick, and then you're all done. Let's see. And then eyebrows. We lose definition and color in our eyebrows. So you want a product, this is also a felt tip pen. This is for your eyebrows. And you're just gonna make little hair-like lines. Follow the shape of your brow. It's not an overly thin brow anymore. It's got more arch, it's a little more classic, a little more retro, and a lot more defined without being fake looking. So you want to follow your natural shape and find something that works really well for you. And these new products are waterproof and just like super easy to use. And then you want a nice black volumizing mascara because we lose density in our lashes and our brows as well. This is my favorite, L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. Don't add brown into your mascara. There's no reason for it unless you're a natural blondie or redhead. I always say they don't make false lashes in brown necessarily, so why add that if you're putting mascara on? You want at least 2 to 3 coats. Don't just put a swipe on. That's not going to do anything for you. You want to accentuate and give it a little gusto. You see that? Okay, so for blush, what I'm going to do is now that I have my highlight and my contour, you want kind of like a bright pink. These look scary. There's a coral and there's a bubblegum. And you just want a little bit of that. I'm going to go with the coral one. And you see this spot right here. It's in between that high point and the low point. Just going to apple it up. Pat that on. And kind of blend that in. And then kind of swipe it around. Very, very gently. See that? Just built everything together so when you're looking, see how kind of flat and one-dimensional that still is in the front of my face? And here you have a little bit more roundness and fullness. That gives that youthful fullness back. So I'm going to do that here. See what a difference in my eyes just by having my liner and my brows? It looks so different. So you just finish that up. And then a little eyeliner. And again, it's easier to just look down into a mirror and drop it onto your lash line and pull it out. And mascara, and I think we'll be done. But those are the little tips and tricks that I can tell you make a huge difference in updating and adding a little more youth to your makeup routine. There are a lot of different players, but the game is still the same. You want to look your best and feel your best and still be you. So just a few things that I think will help you feel awesome and look amazing and just enjoy it, play with it, and have fun with it. And don't be afraid to try something. You can always wash it right off. It's just makeup. All right, if you have any more questions, feel free to comment below and share me with your friends and subscribe. And I will talk to you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.